Question number 3 is how to stay pure in mind and heart.
Before we even endeavor to stay pure or to be pure, we have to remember that we must acknowledge our own innate impurity, that we are not pure. We have all turned aside. We have all turned to our own way. Jesus alone is the spotless Lamb, and his righteousness alone, living in us, can obtain any purity. We are all blemished. We must recognize the stain of our own sin, our helplessness, and look to his righteousness. Without this commitment to do so, there is no hope for purity. Ephesians 5:26 says that he might sanctify and cleanse it, the church, with the washing of water by the word. The Bible clearly states that keeping in his word is a way of cleansing. Keeping his word is the game plan for purity. Matthew 6:22 through 23. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? This is the importance of spiritual guards to protect our hearts and minds. Psalm 119:37 says, "Turn my eyes from looking at worthless things, and give me life in your ways." Matthew 5:27 through 30 says, "Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her, hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell." So these can sound like extreme measures, but what God is saying is to do all that is necessary so that our eyes, the windows of our soul, would look to purity. Elisabeth Elliot says this in her book, Passion and Purity. If your goal is purity of heart, be prepared to be thought very odd. We must remember that the goal of purity is to glorify God. We are seen by the world, and our decisions give him a reputation to those watching. We must have our hearts set on being pure, and decide that we will stick to it regardless of what may come. It is not as difficult when we see purity with an eternal perspective. But the question to precede all others is, which finally determines the course of our lives? What do I really want? Was it to love what God commands in the words of the collect and to desire what he promises? Did I want what I wanted, or did I want what he wanted, no matter what it might cost? Elisabeth Elliot, Passion and Purity.